I'll make 2 points. The first is that we know from history that the American government has sponsored terrorist organization. Over 40 years ago, they sponsored the Afghan Mujahideen. They were also sponsors of Al-Qaeda at its beginning. So there is a history that gives credibility to the possibility that this allegation is true. My second point, however, is that we should be very careful of what the current American government says. Was it not 9 years ago that a staffer to President Donald Trump invented this term alternative facts? That if you don't like the facts, you create your own facts. And the argument she made is that they are engaged in politics, and facts that do not fit your politics are not facts, only what fits you. So that's a totally new concept in the definition of the truth. So just because an American representative makes this allegation, you have to now look at the politics. What's the current politics? There is an attempt by the current American government to say USAID is a terrible organization, is doing terrible things. So any story we hear about them must be taken with a pinch of salt. So I would say it's very legitimate, and I like the fact that the Nigerian Senate has decided to investigate this matter, but the allegation itself does not seem to me very weighty because of its source. That's really not the basis to assume there's credibility. But because it has been said, and because we have security agencies who would have been investigating the matter anyway because previous allegations have been made, it is appropriate that a serious investigation be carried out.
Even the intelligence agencies are questioning. In fact, to be specific, recently, the CDS, that is the Chief of Defense Staff, was asking this question, maybe on Arise or somewhere when he was our guest.
Yeah, he was my guest.
Yeah, and actually, he was saying that they are wondering how these people get their weapons, how do they get
but
money?
Doesn't it bother you when the Chief of Defense Staff, who is supposed to know these things? I mean, the insurgency has been going on for quite some time.
Yeah, and he has been in the theater.
And you have to wonder, I mean, doesn't it sound a bit lame if somebody as senior as that comes out and is wondering, well, I wonder where they're getting their weapons from? I mean, after they've been fighting for more than a decade. I mean, you're a state actor, you've got intelligence, you've got the muscle of the state, you've got the army, the intelligence services. I mean, you would think that in those circumstances, by now, and you also cooperate with a lot of other international agencies, that by now you'd have a better idea, because that's part of fighting terrorism, isn't it? Cutting off their funding, knowing where these things are coming from and trying to plug those holes and getting the cooperation of other countries to do that.
Well, I cannot speak for Christopher,
I'm not speaking about him specifically, I'm just saying generally.
No, generally, let me tell you, the Nigerian Armed Forces and security agencies are handicapped in the sense that they don't have the backing or the right to even question the activities of this international organization, not even the federal government, because let me tell you, these NGOs or international organizations come into this country directly without reporting to the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and without being oversighted by anybody.
Yeah, but why?
That is because that's what they want.
Well, you mean that's the precondition?
Yes.
For them coming in to help
Not only precondition, that's the way they operate. And that, I guess, is why they are not calling Bokoharam or agreeing that this is a terrorist
But aren't they registered as charities and stuff in Nigeria?
I know. And that's the problem.
Which means that automatically, if they are, then you must have some oversight.
It's not that
capacity over them.
It's not that the Nigerian security agencies don't have this information. It will come out. It is now. It is the right opportunity.
Right.
And this motion that I brought, hopefully, will now unveil the hidden things going on through investigation. We are doing a closed door hearing with them. They were able to come out now to tell the Senate indeed what they suspect and the information. They have a lot of information.
Yeah.
The CDS is being bold enough. Before, they don't. I remember an incident, as I said one time, the Nigerian army, through their intelligence, got information they are doing that they are engaged in funny things, and they raided the place, and the whole world was saying, "Oh, how can you?"
You mean USAID?
I don't know what this man is even trying to say. Well, allegedly, because I cannot say allegedly, there was a time when this Abuja, and we heard that the US government sent an helicopter to come into the north to pick their people who came there to give aid without anybody knowing. In the heat of, there was no movement in that particular state in Nigeria. They sent people. So the only reason I would say these people are sponsoring this thing, because I'm wondering, why would they want to sponsor terrorism in Nigeria? Well, one of the things that might be is that, okay, maybe they should put Nigeria under attack so that Nigeria will not put their acts right. Because let me tell you the truth, the moment Nigerians put their acts right and we have the right government, nobody in Nigeria will think of relocating. Nobody. Because truly, Nigeria is the best place to live in this world. It's just government policies that is making us misbehave. But it's okay, making it really look like Nigeria don't know what they are saying. Guys, let me know your thoughts. As the Senate is looking into this matter, reacting to this matter, and every other Nigerian is talking about it, let's know your thoughts. Thank you for watching.